What's up, guys? So doing another podcast because the previous one, it went all right. You guys seemed to like the first one, so decided to do another one. And of course, I am sorry if the light's a little bad. The sun is pretty much already going down. I was going to do it tomorrow, but I wasn't sure of my schedule, and I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to. So I said, you know what? Let me just do one now, even if the lighting's a little bad. And I'm sorry if the camera's kind of shaking a bit. I mean, the road I'm on right now is not that, flat. It's a little bumpy. And also, in my previous podcast, man, I noticed a lot of guys, a lot of you were commenting on the Soul Patch, and many of you were not big fans of it. And I might as well tell you guys right now, I'm sorry to say, but this right here, man, this ain't going nowhere anytime soon. I'm sorry to say that. If it's just the way it is, man. And speaking of which, man, I got to shave, man. This is getting a little thick right now, all over around. But anyway, that's completely off point. What I want to talk about right now is because last time, of course, we talked about Madden, which, of course, I'm always going to talk about Madden in my podcast. But this time, I wanted to do something a little bit different. And let's focus on, you see what I'm saying, man, that fucking bumpy road, man. Just makes the camera shake unnecessarily. But today, let's talk about the NFL draft, because it's right around the corner, man. It's like, what, 2 weeks away or so? And the first thing I want to talk about, man, is teams reaching for quarterbacks. How do you guys feel about it? A lot of teams do it. Sometimes it pays off, sometimes it doesn't. And from what I can tell, it definitely does not. It pays off, it really works, that's what I'm trying to say. It rarely does it pay off, man. I mean, how many times can you count, like, off the top of your head, has it panned out when a team reaches for a quarterback and it actually works out? Carson Wentz was kind of a reach, and it kind of worked out. Ryan Tannehill was a reach, and he's definitely now catching his stride. I mean, for a long time it was iffy, but finally got to the playoffs, so at least he did something. And now it seems like, once again, there's no big time like Andrew Luck. There's no like lock quarterback to go in this draft. But Deshaun Watson, I mean, for me personally, if I had to pick one of these quarterbacks in the first round, if I had to pick it, I would go with Watson, only because what he's done. I mean, you've got the championship one, and not only that, you beat Nick Saban of all teams, so that got to count for something. I know all these, these scouts and whatnot say, well, he's got this and this and this and this is blah 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 blah, which brings him down. But come on, they said similar things about Russell Wilson, about Dak Prescott, and look how that turned out. So it can't all be bad. I mean, that's got to stand for something. If you can beat Nick Saban, that's good enough. But if you can beat Nick Saban in a championship, man, come on. I mean, that's clutch right there. So everybody's always saying that Nick Saban's like one of the best, if not the best, college coach ever. And it's like, come on, man, you beat him in the championship. That's got to get you in the first round. And you've got a pretty decent record. So in my opinion, I would say go with Watson. But let me know, guys, right now. Pause the video if you want to. Let me know if you had to pick one of these quarterbacks right now, who would you go with? Like I said, mine is definitely going to be Watson. The next thing I want to talk about is, who do you want your team to pick in the first round? We all got our favorite teams. Let me know in the comments, which player do you want your team to draft in the first round? Most of you guys know that I'm a Dolphins fan. If it was up to me, I would definitely go with the offensive lineman Lamp, because it just makes sense all around. He's a left tackle, but you put him at left guard, because now we got Tunsil over at left tackle since we lost Albert. That means we would have, on the left side, we would have Tunsil, Lamp, Pouncey. To me, that whole left side would be solidified. And if you're a Dolphins fan, you know what I'm talking about. You saw what happened when we had a healthy offensive line. Jay Ajayi just went crazy. And then when we lost those offensive linemen to injury, you saw him just fall off. So, I mean, of course, yes, I get it. It's common sense. A better offensive line is going to make your running back's job a lot easier. I get it. And if that's true, then you might as well boost up that offensive line as best you can. I mean, the Dallas Cowboys, look how that turned out. So my opinion is go with Lamp. For the Dolphins, go with him. Be safe. Solidify the offensive line and just go from there. But like I said, guys, let me know in the comments, who do you want your team to draft in the first round, and give me like a little reason why. You don't have to make a big essay or anything, just like one quick sentence or two. Let me know who and why your team should draft that player. And the final thing I want to talk about is, I want to go back to the quarterback thing, because of course everyone's talking about, there's not a first round grade quarterback, but sometimes it's all about finding the right player for the right team, the right scheme, the right coach, all that stuff combined. I 100% agree with that, because here's my question. Russell Wilson, Dak Prescott, you know, these guys drafted in later rounds, showing up big time, you know, and proving that they should have been first round picks. But my question is it because they're really that good, or did they just find the right system? Here's my example and my question to you guys. Let's say if the Los Angeles the Rams drafted Dak Prescott #1 overall, and let's say the Cowboys took Jared Goff. Of course, Dak Prescott's job got a little easier when you give him Ezekiel Elliott, you gave him Des Bryant, you gave him that offensive line, you gave him Jason Witten. I mean, you gave him an amazing offense to work with. So let's not make it sound like he was like just came out of nowhere. So not taking anything away from him. Believe me, yes, he's a great quarterback, no doubt about that. But I'm just saying, it was a little easier for him and for anybody when you give him that kind of an offense to work with. So here's my question: if it was flip-flopped, if the Cowboys had drafted Jared Goff and the Rams took Prescott, would they have had similar success? Would Jared Goff have struggled as much as he did if he had Ezekiel Elliott, Des Bryant, and all those boys? And would Dak Prescott have succeeded as much and took the Rams as far as the Cowboys did if he was on that team? So, you know, that to me makes me seem that, you know, maybe it's just it's not about how good you are, or should I say, it's not just about how good you are. It's also about where you go and your scheme system. So let me know in the comments, guys. Is a quarterback just that good, or does it really depend where he goes, what scheme he gets put in, and of course what kind of team he gets put with? I mean, Russell Wilson, he was gifted a great deal. Once again, not taking anything away from him, but when you had the Legion of Boom backing you up, that just makes your job a teeny bit better, or should I say a teeny bit easier. And of course you got Marshawn Lynch there back with you. But anyway, like I said, guys, let me know in the comments your opinion on that matter. And with that being said, guys, I'm about to get where I need to go, so I'm gonna wrap this up. I've already put out 2 videos, the McNair and the Carl Joseph review. I'll do my best to get Jenkins out as well tonight, but I'm not sure that's gonna happen or not. But like I said, I will definitely do my best. And guys, if you like what you saw, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys for the next review. Peace.